yummy food. What kind of song is that?
I really don't know.
Okay, your version.
We are going to eat the curry and the fish.
Hello and welcome back to Crystal's Bites at Home. This is a very special show because it's a mother and daughter edition. Now, as you know, the best fresh tilapia comes from Yalelo, Uganda. And I had a very interesting experience. I decided to learn how to fillet fish. So if you see one of the fish fillets, the tilapia fillets looking a bit tricky, that was my first attempt. But you can have your fish cleaned for you, cut up, or you can have it whole, and it can be filleted for you by the staff at Yalelo, Uganda. Today I am cooking with my little girl. My daughter Maxine is my assistant today. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Excited?
Yes.
What are we making?
We're making a pan-fried tilapia fillet and a potato and tomato curry.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll start first with our potato and tomato curry, which we'll put in a pot on the side, and then we'll make our fish fillet or fillet, as some people say, last, because that takes a very short time. So what do we need? So we have our Irish potatoes that are already cut up and diced into small pieces, currently in water. We have some tomatoes, which we peeled off the skins first. For our spices, we have 1.5 teaspoons of mixed herbs. We have a teaspoon here of garam masala. We have a teaspoon of cumin. We have about half a teaspoon here of turmeric and some cinnamon. And then, of course, for our curry, we have our chopped onions. We have our garlic that has also been minced nicely into small pieces. We have carrots, which are also diced small, and some peas that we are going to add. We'll be using olive oil and just a little bit of sesame oil as well. So we are going to start with about, I'd say, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And as I mentioned earlier, we are going to use a little bit of sesame oil. We are going to add about 1 onion, a nice big fat onion, to go in. We will add our garlic a little bit later. There you go, honey. Now we want our onions, again, just to get nicely browned. So my daughter has a YouTube channel of her own, which is kind of like an animation around Gacha Life. Maybe you can explain?
Gacha Life is an accessory game whereas you can dress up your characters and then turn it into a video for a channel.
Exactly. So you come up with all these stories. You post how often?
I post about every 2 weeks since we're in school, but usually during the holidays I can post 3 to 4 days.
Okay. And how many subscribers do you have now?
I have 26.4k subscribers.
26,400 subscribers. So as you can imagine, I'm a proud mama. And when did you start?
I started last year. I've been on YouTube for about a whole year now.
So our onions are starting to brown nicely. Can you tell us the name of your channel? Because we've talked about how many subscribers you have, what it's about.
The name of my channel is Maxine Boo.
Honestly, it's our nickname for her. Since she was a baby, we've been calling her Maxine Boo. There you go. Mix it all together everywhere. We don't want it to burn. And this is the point where we add our spices. Again, we're going to put in our garam masala with our mixed herbs. We want a little bit of spice, so we have cayenne pepper, cumin, cinnamon, and turmeric. Okay? So while those are in there, we are now going to add our tomato. Lots of tomato because this is a potato and tomato curry. Your favorite recipe, I think, one of your favorite recipes is tomato soup. Add salt because the salt helps break down the tomatoes.
Yes. Oh my God, I already want to taste. It looks so nice.
I know. And we're just going to give this some time to cook down.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
No, on the side.
You want it to taste. How is it?
It's delicious.
Is it
And you
salt
can
yet?
really taste the spice.
The spices, yes. We need spices. Because it's a curry, we need lots of spice. You'd
Meanwhile.
rather have less salt and add than have too much that you can't get rid of. So, do you think we should add our potatoes now?
Yeah, I think so.
For this, you can go with about 5 Irish potatoes that you have diced into small pieces. There we go. All right. So this is the point where we leave our potato and tomato curry to boil a little bit. We'll cover it and it won't take too long, just about 20 minutes, and then we can add the rest of our vegetables. We are going to start on our tilapia fish fillet. So the first thing we are going to do is dry them nicely. Okay, so now that is done, we are going to add the rest of our spices. So here we have some paprika.
Just a little dab.
Yes, we're going to sprinkle that because it gives it a nice flavor and of course a coloring for when we start to pan fry our fish fillet. I'm going to ask you to rub everything in as I add it. Need some garlic powder.
The smell of garlic is heavenly.
Yes, it tastes heavenly. It makes food taste heavenly.
Yes.
And then we're going to add some black pepper. I'm going to just put a drizzle of olive oil and you'll rub that in on one side, then we'll flip it over.
Yeah, sure. My mouth is already watering just looking at this.
I know, it's going to be so yum. Now we have to add the spices on this side.
Again.
So what did we add? I want to see if you remember.
We added paprika, we added black pepper, we added salt, and we added olive oil.
So I'm going to add more paprika.
And garlic powder too.
And garlic powder, yes. I tend to like to sprinkle because then that way I make sure it's covered. It goes everywhere. But you can go with about a teaspoon of paprika for this. So while you are rubbing that in, I'm going to check on our curry. We cut up our potatoes really small, so it shouldn't take long for them to cook down. All right, that is looking good. Now, we are going to add a little bit of our carrots. Okay. And our peas.
Glorious.
Mix it all together. Just a few more minutes and it will be ready. I am not afraid of plucking out a potato.
I am.
That's enough salt. Plate and eat and eat yummy food. What kind of song is that?
I really don't know.
Okay, your version.
We are going to eat the curry and the fish. It's gonna taste so nice. Going to taste so nice. Yeah!
That's way better than my version. The beauty of cooking is that we get to eat.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do now is take our curry off the fire. It is ready and I'm going to immediately replace it with the pan for our fish. Okay. Want to get in all that nice tomatoey goodness as well.
Don't leave anything.
So, we are going to put some olive oil in our pan. Fish cooks very quickly. We do not want it to stick, to burn. And we're literally going to have it on either side for about 3 to 4 minutes. So it's already starting to smoke. Our fish fillet is going in the pan now. And we are not going to move it until we are ready to flip it to the other side. Almost. And finally, this last one is fat.
There we go.
So you have been dying to dig in. I know this. So here's the best part. Our pan-fried fillets are beautiful golden brown. And now we can add our potato and tomato curry to go with it. Yes. Okay. Wait. Cheers.
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 That's good.
So that's it from us today on this mother-daughter edition of Crystal's Bites. Making some fresh tilapia from Yalelo, Uganda, and a potato and tomato curry. It was absolutely delicious. We are going to eat and then clean up because that's part of the process. Thank you for joining me. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.